Teaching abroad is one of the great experience every teacher from back home would love to try. And I would like you to know that if you are a teacher back home or even not a teacher back home and you still want to try this experience, you can still try. Don't give up on yourself and don't think like you haven't taught back home before, so you cannot travel abroad to teach. Everyone can travel abroad to teach, even though we are going to get money and make our life comfortable. But when we travel abroad to teach, we still try our best to impart a lot of skills. So today I want us to talk about which school, when you travel to China, you should try to avoid for the time being. If today is your first time here, my name is Jeffrey, and I'm the founder of this channel, Travel with Jeffrey. Please, kindly do me a favor and subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification button, like this video, and share it with your friends. And don't forget to also comment below. We have had a whole lot of talk about moving to China to teach as a teacher, as a non-native teacher, as a native teacher, which accommodation you should choose, and a whole lot of stuff. But today, there is one type of school in China I would like those who are coming to China as for the first time to teach, I want you to avoid. And if you get a contract from that school, I will be grateful. Like if you listen to me, it's okay, but you can give it a try. But this is one of the schools you should avoid in the first place. And if there is no any other chance, then you can take it like that. Then when you come later on, you can change to a new school. In China, we have like a lot of schools you can teach from: preschools, primary schools, kindergartens, universities, international school. For my last video, I did explain about all these schools. The preschools are for the younger kids who are about to start school from like 3 years, maybe sometimes even from 2 years to like 4 years, and the kindergarten mostly from 3 years to 5 years, and from primary school mostly from 6 years going. And then we have the middle school and the universities, same as our middle schools and universities back home. And here they do have international schools. Last time I did explain a lot in that video. If you haven't go and watch which school you should choose, please go and watch that video. And if you have watched it, thank you so much. So for the what do you call the universities and the middle schools, it's just quite similar like the school we have back in our country. And here in China, they also have international school. And for the international school, most the reason why they do have this is because most of the schools, like even the middle schools, the universities, whatever, their certificate, everything is in Chinese. They have Chinese teachers and everything. But for the international schools, they do have every curriculum, like the international school, like foreign schools, like the school we do have in our home, like maybe from primary school to the what do you call it, middle school. And after middle school, when they finish this international school in China, they will have the certificate. They can use it to apply for university abroad to go. Unlike the Chinese original primary schools and the middle school, when they finish and they want to go to what do you call it, abroad to study, they have to write the SAT, IELTS, and a whole lot of things. But if they go to the international school, it's quite different from that. And aside that, we have a training schools in China. And today, what I want to talk about is the training schools. For these training schools, mostly what they do is they teach after what do you call it, day school. After day schools, then the training schools will start. Even though sometimes they will let the teachers come to the school before like the day schools will finish their classes or their schedules. And for these training schools, the kids ranges from their ages ranges from like 3 years to maybe 14 years. It depends on the type of the training school. Okay. And this training school, for like the past 2 years now, there have been a whole lot of troubles for these training schools. Some of them like VIP case, we have like EF, and like a whole lot of training schools in China. And for the past 2 years, the Chinese government set like a whole lot of rules and regulations for these training centers. Okay, they're training school or training centers, yeah, for that. So the Chinese government set a whole lot of rules and regulations for them. And it has been really affecting a lot of training centers and a lot of training schools. Most of them, they have collapsed, and a lot those that are still working or operating are still going through a lot of challenges. Back those days, like back 5 years ago, working for a training center or a training school, it was a great. For the training centers, mostly the teachers will have free time in the morning, and they'll go to work from in the afternoon from maybe 3 p.m. to like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. So most teachers, like those who have kids or others, mostly they do like working for the training schools. But the situation here is not like working for like the time or working for the school you would like to work for. It's been a rule in China, and Chinese government, when the Chinese government set a rule, it's very hard for them to breach it, you know, because if you do, you're gonna go through a whole lot of troubles and challenges. And this is the problem in China. So when the government said a rule, they have to obey it. If you have to sleep, just go and sleep. That is all. Don't question, don't ask any questions. So these training schools have been going through a lot of troubles for the past 2 years. One trouble is that the government set a rule not to let the parents pay for the full tuition fee. The full tuition fee. Like first, maybe they have to pay like maybe $1,000 for 1 year. Now the government want them to pay like 1 month's tuition fee, 1 month tuition fee. So if the student study for the 1 month and the student doesn't want to continue again, they can choose not to continue. But back those days, they have to pay for like the whole year tuition fee, and sometimes they even pay for 4 years or whatever. If they are in love with that school, and the school get profit and they can hire a lot of teachers and so on. But now the students, they have to pay for only 1 year tuition fee. And another problem is that before, most of the training schools, they will get a lot of students during the weekends, because like on the weekdays, most of the kids are very busy and they are tired. They go to school. When they close from school, some of them have like other activities like karate and so on, so they will not have time to go and study English again. So they will choose to go and do other activities like swimming and so forth. And mostly they'll go to the training centers or the training schools during the weekends. But now the government set another rule that the training schools cannot operate during the weekends. This is one of the biggest problem for the training centers, because the weekends, they can have a lot of classes, because they start from early in the morning, from maybe 8 a.m. to like maybe 9 p.m. in the evening. So this is the best day, the best time, the best option for them to get money. So the government set a rule for them not to, operate during the weekends, and then they have to work from Monday to Friday, same like the public schools, the primary schools, and so on. But this Monday to Friday, kids are tired. So they are going through a whole lot of challenges. So a lot of them, some of the bosses even run away, and, the schools, most of them, they have collapsed and so on. So my advice for my new foreign friends who want to move to China to look for a school to teach is, first, try to see if you can get like, I don't know, if you don't like small kids, like younger kids, like preschool. Most of the preschools are for ladies. So if you're not a lady, then maybe you can choose like kindergarten from the ages of maybe 3 and so on. If you don't like the kindergarten, you can try for primary school. If you don't like the primary school, you can also try for like maybe middle school or maybe the university. If you don't like that, you can try to look for international school. That is fine. But my advice is, don't first look for a training center or a training school. If you're gonna look for a training school, at least try to question them about a lot of things, so that when you come, you will still have like your job. Unlike you move to like a foreign country, when you go, oh, we are sorry, your job is not there, you go to try to look for another job and so on. That is going to be really difficult for you, because one, you are a new foreigner in that country and you don't know anything. So I will kindly advise all my friends here and those who are watching me to just try to, run away from the training schools and then look for the kindergartens, the primary schools, the middle schools, the international schools, and so on. There are a lot of training schools over there who are still looking for teachers, but my advice is don't go for that one first. Look for other options before you make a decision to look for the training school. So this is for the day. There are no other things I would like to explain more. But if you would like me to help you to get a school, just comment below. And I will advise you, get your WeChat first. Just try to download WeChat, because WeChat is like WhatsApp for Chinese people. This is the app they use here. And when you get your WeChat, set up everything. And later, I'm trying to see if I can set a group on WeChat and help those who want to move to China to teach. And then I can put some agents, I know them, inside the group, so like they can post some jobs and you guys can apply for some. Or for the time being, if you don't have the WeChat and you want to ask me other questions, you can follow my Instagram account, and then you ask me any question you like to. I would also like you to comment below which type of school you want me to pick. Like as I explained the training school today, which type of school you want me to explain more in detail for you about the work schedule, the salary for you to get as a native teacher, as non-native teacher, about everything, the pros and cons, about everything. Comment below and let me know. If today is your first time here, please kindly do me a favor and like this video. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, and comment below. I want to hear you guys, your worries and everything about moving to China to teach as an English teacher. It's one of the most, one of the most greatest chance, to enjoy life abroad. I've been here for quite a long time and I don't regret any day of it. So I hope that you guys can also make a decision and come here. Really appreciate your time and everything. See you next time. Bye bye. 再见. Ciao ciao. Bye.